business community, leaders, to be able to talk about business, to be able to talk about people's passion. And so we're kicking off our series with Stephen Clark. Most people know who you are, but I want to give you a quick chance to actually introduce yourself, and then we'll kind of just go from there.
Well, let's see. I work at Channel 7 WXYZ here in Detroit. I'm the main anchor, so I do the 6 and the 7 and the 11 o'clock newscast. I've been in television 30-something years. I started in radio a few years before that in northern Colorado, and I moved through Colorado, ended up moving from Colorado to Wichita, Kansas, Washington, D.C., back to Denver, San Diego, New York City. Then I took a little time off with my family and freelanced a little in Denver, and then I came here to Detroit in 2002.
Okay, a really great story. I know, just kind of think about the backdrop here in the city of Detroit, or this region. This region was really built on the automotive industry. We've had a lot of great years. People have been able to put their families through, but at the same time, I think it's also probably positioned people to maybe get into maybe an industry that maybe they probably wouldn't have gotten into.
Well, the automotive industry is obviously changing dramatically, and I see a lot of parallels into the business I'm in. We're in television. We're the same thing. We're an industry that everybody needs. Everybody needs cars, and everybody really needs television. That is their primary source of entertainment and information these days. So we're in similar kind of situations. We're also in situations where the auto industry suddenly found itself confronting technology. What do you do with it when you've got an industry that's been so labor intensive for all these years? The people in the labor end of the automotive business had been making good money building cars. Well, suddenly they could build cars with fewer.
How long did it take you really to get up to speed? Was this something that happened overnight? Did you have to spend a lot of time?
It seems it happened overnight, but I was thinking about this on the way over here. I worked at a station in San Diego in 1990. And in 1990, if you remember, you're probably too young to remember the beginning of the internet. It was out there.
Matter of fact, I was a junior in high school when the internet came out.
Okay, so what year was that about?
About 88.
Yeah, so here I was in the late 80s and early 90s in San Diego, and this thing was brand new.
Okay.
AOL hadn't started out, and I happened to work with one guy, an engineer at our station, that happened to be into it all.
Okay.
He was kind of a nerd,
Okay.
He was into it. He came, and he was trying to get these people at the station to understand the potential.
Okay.
And they all said, "Are you crazy?
Okay.
Who wants to sit and watch television on a computer, first of all, and second of all, why would we want to send people to a computer when we want them to watch our TV show?"
Definitely.
Well, he believed that there was going to be a way the two were going to be married.
Okay.
He didn't know how at the time. Nobody did.
Okay.
But he got me on board because I've always been kind of into technology stuff. And so he got me on board, and the two of us pretty much ran our website on TV in 1990.
Okay.
You find another TV station in America that was on the World Wide Web, as we called it back then,
Okay.
in 1990. I think we may have been the first.
Okay.
So you ask how long it took me to adapt. I've been adapting for 20 years.
Okay.
How long did it take my industry to adapt?
Okay.
They still haven't.
Okay.
They still haven't adapted. They're getting the message very quickly.
So if someone wanted to find you online, where are some of the ways or where they can kind of...
I'm all over the place.
Okay.
As I'm finding, like you are, I find you tweeting under different names, for instance, like that, but I'm learning to recognize them all.
Okay.
That's a good thing about cyberspace. You can be anybody you want to be,
Yes.
and you can all sorts of identities. The easiest way is, obviously, turn on Channel 7, I'll be there.
Okay.
I'll be there at some point during the day. You can find me on Twitter, @SClark, WXYZ.
Okay.
I use that combination a lot.
Okay.
SClark, WXYZ.
Okay.
You can find me on YouTube by just searching SClark, WXYZ, and I've got a lot of my stories I've done.
Okay.
I've got a lot of my music on there.
Okay.
I use it as just throw everything on there.
Okay.
I've got also @SClark, WXYZ on Vimeo. You'll find some of my stuff there just because I use different download sites.
Okay.
On the web, you can email me at sclark@wxyz.com.
Okay.
So I'm all over the place.
Okay.
At Facebook, sclark, WXYZ.
Well, good. Well, this is a good interview. I'm very excited. I definitely appreciate the time, too.
No problem. And I was the first one to do this series with you?
Yes.
I'm honored.
First one. So.
I'm honored.
And also, too, Stephen Clark is very serious about what he does. I actually saw his bag, and he had every single gadget from his laptop, adapters, all kind of things, and he did kind of school me on that. So he does do this for real, on camera and off camera. So thanks a lot, Steve.
Well, thank you very much, and it's a pleasure talking to you. I've met you before at a couple different tweet kinds of things, but it's a pleasure to meet you here in person again.
Okay. Thank you for the time.
No problem.
All right.